Welcome to AI Evaluation. AI just did the unthinkable. It passed a human-only test designed to keep it locked out. OpenAI's CEO even compared GPT-5 to a nuclear bomb. Meanwhile, Meta tried to drop $1 billion on a single researcher, who turned it down. This weekend in AI, absolutely unhinged. From ChatGPT's latest mind-blowing update to AI agents bypassing CAPTCHA like pros, the line between human and machine is blurring fast. And that's just the start. We'll break down all the latest AI news, including Google and Microsoft's powerful upgrades, NVIDIA's record-shattering model, and Adobe's insane new AI tools in Photoshop. So let's talk about it. Alright, let's kick off with the one that affects the most people right now. ChatGPT's brand new study mode. If you've ever used the chatbot for homework, studying, or even prepping for an exam, you already know how tempting it is to just get a full answer instantly. Ask it about B theorem, and it'll just hand over a polished explanation, or even write your full assignment for you. No questions asked, which sounds helpful, but if you're trying to learn, it kind of defeats the purpose. Study mode changes that completely. Now, instead of just giving answers, ChatGPT actually walks you through concepts step by step, like a real tutor that doesn't sleep, doesn't judge, and never runs out of patience. It starts by asking you what you're trying to learn, how much you already know, and then it tailors the explanation to match your level. So if you're struggling with a topic like sinusoidal positional encodings or discrete math, it's not just dumping code or definitions at you. It's explaining them in a structured, layered way while also throwing in some self-check questions, hints, and prompts to make sure the info sticks. It even adapts based on your past conversations. So if you've been working on the same subject for a while, it remembers and builds on that. And it's not just answering questions, it's actively guiding the learning process. Think Socratic questions, breakdowns of complex ideas into manageable chunks, and feedback designed to help you reflect as you go. Honestly, the structure feels like a mini-course, and this isn't just AI guessing at what might help. OpenAI built it with input from teachers, scientists, and pedagogy experts to make sure it aligns with actual learning science stuff like metacognition, cognitive load management, and curiosity building. Now, this isn't just about making students smarter. It's also OpenAI's response to a rising problem. Last year alone, United Kingdom universities reported nearly 7,000 confirmed cheating cases tied to AI tools. That's more than 5 per 1,000 students. Just a year earlier, that number was closer to 1.6. So, yeah, it's exploding. And considering over a third of college-aged adults in the United States are already using ChatGPT, and a quarter of the messages it handles involve school or tutoring, it's a pretty obvious pressure point. But even OpenAI admits this won't stop cheating entirely. Students can still ignore study mode and just ask for full essays. That's why they're saying this needs to be part of a broader industry-wide shift. Schools rethinking how they assess students, and maybe even building an AI awareness into their testing systems. Basically, they're trying to set the tone for what responsible AI use in education looks like. And honestly, it's long overdue. One college student, Maggie Wang, said she used study mode to finally wrap her head around sinusoidal positional encodings, a concept she'd failed to understand multiple times before. After a 3-hour session, she finally got it. She compared it to a tutor who never gets tired, and that's pretty much the vibe study mode is going for. Now, let's jump into something that feels straight out of a satirical Black Mirror episode. ChatGPT's agent clicking "I am not a robot." Yeah, that actually happened. So, the agent is part of ChatGPT's growing toolbox. It can browse the web through its own isolated virtual environment, meaning it has access to a browser and operating system that interact with the real internet. You give it a multi-step task like downloading a video or ordering groceries, and it performs the steps for you. It even narrates what it's doing, which is both useful and, in this case, a little ironic. While completing a task involving a Cloudflare-protected page, The agent encountered one of those little boxes that says, "Verify you're human." You know the ones. Click the checkbox to proceed. And without hesitation, the agent clicked it, then explained what it just did. This step is necessary to prove I'm not a bot and proceed with the action. A bot. Literally saying it needs to prove it's not a bot and passing the test. You couldn't script that better. Now, to be fair, it didn't get hit with the full capture challenge, the one where you have to click on blurry traffic lights or storefronts. It only passed through the initial layer, which is called Cloudflare Turnstile. That layer analyzes all kinds of subtle behavioral signals, mouse movement, browser fingerprint, IP history, to decide whether you're likely a human, and the agent's behavior was human-like enough that it didn't trigger the deeper check. This is a big deal, because capture systems were specifically designed to block bots like this. The idea dates back to the 1990s. Give humans a simple visual test that machines supposedly can't pass. Over time, the capture arms race escalated. Better AI meant more sophisticated CAPTCHAs. Some even use the process to train machine learning models. Google's reCAPTCHA, for example, had people helping digitize books and train vision algorithms, all under the guise of proving they weren't bots. Kind of brilliant, kind of dystopian. But the fact that an AI agent can now casually breeze through even the behavioral layer of a capture shows how much has changed. And this wasn't just some brute force hack. It was smooth, self-aware, and integrated into a broader workflow. That's what makes it so different. You're watching the agent behave more like a human assistant, navigating, clicking, reading, and not just running scripts. Someone on Reddit even had the agent order groceries from a local store. The instructions were super basic. Avoid red meat, stick to healthy items, and stay under $150. It pulled it off, no problem. But of course, not everything's flawless. Another user said the agent completely failed to navigate the Stop and Shop website because the interface was too messy. So yeah, bad UI still wins against good AI sometimes. Now, let's get into what might be the most shocking part of all this. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman just said in an interview that GPT-5 scares him. He wasn't vague about it either. He said testing GPT-5 reminded him of the Manhattan Project, the development of nuclear weapons. Yeah, that's the comparison he made. He talked about how fast GPT-5 feels, not just in how quickly it responds, but in how much it seems to understand. There were sessions where he just sat there watching what it could do and felt deeply uneasy. And remember, this is the guy at the very top of the company that built it. Altman also took a shot at the state of AI oversight. He said there are no adults in the room, meaning the systems that are supposed to be regulating and monitoring AI development are way behind. It's moving too fast, and the people in charge don't have the tools or the knowledge to keep up. And just when you think the stakes couldn't get higher, let's talk about Meta. So Mark Zuckerberg, who's been trying to poach top talent for his new Meta superintelligence labs, just hit a brick wall. He went after Mira Murati's team at Thinking Machines Lab and offered them outrageous deals. We're talking hundreds of millions up to $1 billion for a single researcher. Not over their lifetime, just over a few years. It's one of the biggest offers anyone's ever heard of in this space, and every single person turned him down. According to a report in Wired, no one at Thinking Machines Lab took the offer. Some were offered $200 to $500 million over 4 years. One person was offered a full $1 billion. They all said no. That's not just a flex, it's a statement. A rejection like that at that scale signals that this isn't just about money anymore. These researchers are making decisions based on values, alignment, maybe trust. It says a lot about how they view Meta and possibly how they view Zuckerberg's goals with this new superintelligence team. All right. Now, while OpenAI and Mira Murati dominated headlines, there's been plenty happening elsewhere in AI too. Ideogram introduced a tool for generating consistent characters from a single photo. Microsoft rolled out Copilot mode in Edge with multi-tab analysis, voice control, and task execution. Google expanded AI search to handle PDFs, real-time phone video, and launched a new planning feature called Canvas. NVIDIA's Llama Neutron Super version 1.5 just topped reasoning benchmarks, and Adobe upgraded Photoshop with smarter blending, upscaling, and object removal tools. Starting with Ideogram, this update is a big step for anyone who works with visual content. The new Ideogram character feature lets users upload a reference image and generate that same person or character in different styles, scenes, and poses. It's not just another face generator. It's built for consistency, which means the face, hairstyle, and even lighting can stay locked across multiple outputs. For creators working on comics, virtual avatars, or personal brand visuals, that kind of stability is a game-changer. You can also mask or unmask areas like clothing, neck, or hair, depending on what you want to preserve. AI and digital technology are evolving rapidly, transforming how we work, create, and interact. Adobe's latest Photoshop updates include the Harmonize tool for seamless object blending, generative upscale for high-res images, and an improved Remove tool powered by Firefly. Ideogram's new Fiction mode lets creators design stylized scenes with advanced features like Magic Fill and Remix. Microsoft Edge now features Copilot mode, a smart assistant that summarizes tabs, compares pages, and combines search, chat, and navigation into one bar with voice control. Google's multimodal search supports image uploads, soon PDFs, and offers tools like Canvas for organizing research and Search Live for real-time camera queries. On the AI model front, NVIDIA's Llama Neutron Super 1.5 leads in performance while running efficiently on a single GPU, soon deployable via NVIDIA's platform. AI is no longer just a tool, it's becoming a true partner in our daily lives. Where will it take us next? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more AI insights. Thanks for watching.